happy Back to the Future Day, guys. Yes. Yep, Back to the Future Day, and obviously, I'd have to react to something Back to the Future related. And yeah, of course, for those of you that do or do not know, because I am a huge Back to the Future fan, and yeah, so, and, because I'd almost forgotten that Back to the Future Day was upon us, and not intentionally did I forget, but and just so happens because I'm sure some of you probably know that what it is that I'm reacting to, because this came out as of this recording not long ago, and well, because it intrigued me, of course. Hey, anything Back to the Future, and seeing as how ChristopherLloyd is in this. And I was like, when I first saw this, I was like, oh, I should probably react to this at some point. And when I discovered that Back to the Future Day, literally, I'm just like, I gotta do this. Perfect timing, and just, I gotta do this. So, yeah, that's right. So, I am reacting to DeLorean Time Capsule, starring good old Doc Brown himself, ChristopherLloyd. Great Scott! Had to, of course. Yeah, so I don't know what to expect with this so far, but, okay, a description that says, ChristopherLloyd reunites with DeLorean to introduce the time capsule in an exciting new adventure. Okay, and this is only 2 minutes long. Well, I mean, this only being 2 minutes, obviously it's still going to be worth it and awesome, so yeah. Alright, so without further ado, and no time to waste. Time, get it? Let's go ahead and get this video started. Beginning in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Turn the volume just one notch. Trash can. There it is. And of course, knocking over the trash can, like in the movies. There he is. A Shiba. That's the breed of the dog. Well, who's this under the mask? Like,
who are you?
oh, okay, but that's supposed to be the time capsule? And he's gone. There he goes. No, doesn't have the time travel stuff to it. Now, is ChristopherLloyd playing as himself, or is Doc Brown? What is this? What could this be? I wonder.
It's a time capsule.
Oh, the time capsule's in the briefcase.
Future.
What's in the time capsule? Was he about to say what I think he was going to say? Collect your time capsule now to win. Okay. Was this like a advertisement, I guess? I mean, well, as it just ended, with the website, but But yeah, okay, so that was DeLorean Time Capsule, starring Christopher Lloyd. Yeah. Um, I guess this is supposed to be a nice looking time capsule thing that you can order. I'll have to look in that some more, but yeah, dive in and just check it out. But yeah, but overall, yeah, because this was good. It did not disappoint, and maybe more than likely, like Christopher Lloyd was probably playing Doc Brown. I want to say, yeah. But it's still great to see that just whenever, Christopher Lloyd once again reprising the role for Doc Brown, whatever it could be. Just you never know. I do recall that I remember hearing this over at the Universal Studios parks. He reprised the role of Doc Brown for the escape room thing that Universal has of their own. Like, they have one that's themed to Jurassic Park, and another, well, being Back to the Future. And from what I've heard, Christopher Lloyd, he reprised his role as Doc Brown for that. Is there no footage? I tried looking. You think by now that we would have seen, like, some footage or something of... But I don't know. And if you guys by any chance know what I'm talking about, and if you would know if maybe some footage of Christopher Lloyd once again as Doc Brown for that at the Universal Parks, feel free to let me know, by all means. I appreciate it. But, that's another thing, because to also mention very quickly, because, other times that Christopher Lloyd, played Doc Brown at Universal Studios, well, because, he, obviously, the biggie is him, along with Tom Wilson, reprising the role of Biff Tannen in the now defunct, sadly defunct Back to the Future ride. And, yeah, so there was that. And when the Back to the Future ride was then replaced with the Simpsons ride, well, a nice little tribute, and it was very fitting. A good thing, good part on Universal Studios, and even for, say, the people behind the Simpsons. Doing the Simpsons attraction, and a pre-show that plays while you're waiting in line in the queue, well, because it shows where, traveling back in time, the professor on The Simpsons time traveling back and basically ruins any chances of Doc Brown still keeping the deeds to the building and for his, Doc Brown Enterprises, and of course, mainly the Back to the Future ride, so yeah. And the only remaining Back to the Future ride for a long time after, well, the one at, I think, yeah, both at Florida and Hollywood, that being the one in Japan, but that sadly came to an end. And that got replaced with the Despicable Me ride, which already had existed. Seriously, oh well. And I do remember hearing this, probably as of now, clearly not the case, that I think for Epic Universe, they were going to bring back some old classic attractions, resurrecting them from the dead or something. Bringing back defunct attractions, I want to say. I think, say, Jaws and Back to the Future, but... probably not, but just, if you know what I'm talking about, and if some of you, like me, heard about this at some point, a while back, but yeah. Yeah, and I'll also, there was one time where, I guess a promotional video, or whatever it was, I've seen it on YouTube, where Christopher Lloyd, as Doc Brown, roaming around Universal. We kind of get a special tour of Universal Studios from Doc Brown, and there's even a moment, and how awesome is this, where Doc Brown does a little bit of Ghostbusters. Literally, he's got a proton pack on him, and he's he shoots it at the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. If you know what I'm talking about as well, how awesome is that? Ghostbusters and Back to the Future doing a bit of a crossover. Can only happen because of Universal. So, yeah. Speaking of Ghostbusters, because, great to see, because Ghostbusters making a comeback to Universal Studios. And, because back then, and, even as of now, because with them returning to the Universal Studios parks, Ghostbusters seemed like a perfect fit to the Universal parks. there's that, and there's other materials that are not Universal property, like, yeah, The Simpsons, and most notably Harry Potter. But you know what? They work. They work so well in the Universal Studios parks. Even though they're not Universal Pictures material, stuff like that, they still work. But, yeah. And the same goes for Marvel. They only own the comic rights to how they look and how they're present at the Universal parks. Still amazing that, because we have both Marvel's stuff at the Universal parks and at Disney. And, well, a little bit of Simpsons stuff at the Disney parks. Kind of, most notably, like, say, at D23. But, if any of you know this, because the Haunted Mansion Holiday did, at one point, only lasted for a couple of days, like, a drawing that resembled Krusty the Clown on a Jack-in-the-Box, and also not just Krusty, but the clown from Inside Out. But they didn't last long, and they got covered up. Because, yeah, Universal, from what I can tell, like, went on a fit over that. But anyways, coming back to, since, talking about Universal some more, and because of Back to the Future, hate going off topic, but, still, still, it's nice to see that, and obviously, it would seem right, of course, that we would still have some Back to the Future stuff at the Universal parks, like, most notably, having the display of the DeLorean time machine and the time train. Yeah, so, isn't Doc Brown's Chicken restaurant still around? Maybe. I don't know, I'll have to check, but anyways, that's interesting, like, who'd have thought that Doc Brown would have his very own restaurant of chicken or something? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, just overall, because the DeLorean time capsule short film itself, it would be considered a short film, right? Pretty much is. But at the same time, it's, a little bit of an advertisement, because, and with the whole time capsule thing and the DeLorean website, what was it called again? Let me see, get your own time capsule to win, DeLoreanLabs.com. Okay, yeah, so that also being for this, and a little bit of a sponsor, but yeah. But just overall, this was pretty good. It did not disappoint. And having good old ChristopherLloyd be a part of this, and just how he was almost about to say his iconic quote, but his pet Sheba interrupted him. And yeah, very fitting, because, well, having a dog, of course, because Doc Brown, always, having a pet dog from Einstein and the puppy that he had in the 1950s and 1955. Ugh. You know who I'm talking about, so yeah, I apologize. Hey, sometimes we can't, even if we're hardcore fans on some certain franchises, whatever, we sometimes can't remember every single name, even if it's like, say, an animal, okay? So, anyways. But yeah, just overall, DeLorean Time Capsule, starring ChristopherLloyd, it was good. I really enjoyed it. And for me, being a huge Back to the Future fan, and I'm sure the same goes for you guys, any of you who follow me who are also Back to the Future fans. And yeah, what about you guys? What did you think of DeLorean Time Capsule itself starring ChristopherLloyd? Gotta slow down a little with me talking. Yeah, what, did you get a kick out of this? And any of you hardcore Back to the Future fans, like me, did you get a bit touched by this? I don't see why not, And seeing ChristopherLloyd in this, that was good. And it was funny as well, and with ChristopherLloyd, his facial expressions and how he was about to say Great Scott, but he didn't get it out because his Sheba interrupted him. I don't know, have you checked out the DeLorean Labs website? And if any of you are, I guess, getting a time capsule of your very own, well, obviously, because what was shown in this, that comes from DeLoreanLabs.com. Again, I'm going to have to look in to check it out some, but yeah. But just overall, yeah. What do you think of DeLorean Time Capsule itself with what I've had to say, my reaction, and yeah, what did you think of my reaction? Leave comments and give this reaction video a like, as always. And so, with all that being said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction to DeLorean Time Capsule starring Doc Brown himself, Christopher Lloyd. More reaction videos are coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward, and I'll see you guys in the next video / reaction. Take care, peace out, and happy Back to the Future Day to you all. Great Scott!